Hello. Um, Growing up in the small town of Vernon, British Columbia, it's a lot like growing up between a rock and a hard place. And like rock and hard place is the nicknames that we gave to the two cities that we were sandwiched between, Kelowna and Kamloops. I spent my formative years going to Kelowna or Kamloops every weekend to have my ass handed to me at something. Like sometimes it was hockey or soccer or spelling bees or like science fairs or being good looking. They were just like better than us at everything. They were just like taller and better, and like we're just a fraction of their size. So like by the time I was a tween, I had fully resigned to the fact that I would never win in life living in Vernon, which is what they taught us in school. So like if you go to Kelowna, like their rafters in their arena are like completely filled with championship banners. Like there's so many that they've literally run out of space, and they start putting the new championships like covering up the old ones. And if you go to Vernon, like there's only 3, and all 3 of them were from the same ringette team in the mid 80s. So like those women don't have to pay for coffee because they're legends. So this really strange thing started happening though when I was 12, because my hockey team, we started winning games and we started beating Kelowna and Kamloops, and it didn't make any sense. Like the science part of my brain still can't figure it out. Like if it was like the climate or luck or coaching or team chemistry, or if it was like they had their growth spurt before us, so there was like a 1-year window in time in which we were more coordinated than them. Like I couldn't figure it out, but we ended up winning, coming in first place in the regular season. We made it to the final championship game against our nemesis, Kelowna. And our coach that year was a really interesting guy. He was raised by 2 parents who were hearing impaired, and he was this really gifted communicator. Like he was really kinetic, and he'd like work up a sweat just having a normal conversation with you because he was so animated. And he was famous for his off the cuff, like epic pregame speeches they would give to us. It was our favorite thing. Like he had this talent for just getting us all riled up and ready to play. And I remember when he walked into the room for that like championship game, I thought to myself, like, oh man, I bet Coach has got this speech that he's been sitting on, like his Al Pacino in Any Given Sunday speech. He's been saving it for this moment. So Coach comes in and we all turn our attention towards him, and he said, "All right, guys, it's not about me anymore. It's about you guys, okay? This is your game. This is your day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the room right now, and I'm going to give the floor to your leader, your captain, Sam Mullins. And he's going to get you guys ready to play the biggest game of your young lives." And with that, he left the room. I'm like, I guess I need to say something now. And like everyone turns their attention towards me, I stood up, and the first thing that came to me was like, okay, I need, like when coaches and players in the NHL talk, they have like these buzz phrases, so I should like reach in the well and throw one of those out. So I was like, it's gut check time, guys, which is something that to this day I don't even know what that means, but I said it. I was like, it's a big game tonight. I mean, this this afternoon, because it's obviously still light out, and then like I'm like, okay, keep saying words. I'm like, I started explaining to them like the the objective of hockey. I was like, all we need to do, really, if you think about it, is just score more goals than they do in the allotted amount of time that we have. And then I did that thing that bad comedians do when they're getting heckled and they don't know how to deal with it. They like turn it on the audience. It's like, well, I don't know. What do you guys think we should do? Which is the same as like, you think it's easy to be up here telling jokes? You tell a joke, Laffy Lafferson. You tell us something. So I'm like, Zach, what do you think we should do? And Zach's like, I don't know. I guess we should hit them. I'm like, yes, Zach. Did everyone hear that? We should hit them. That's good, because we all know that like it's hard to do things when we're trying to do something, and someone hits us. It's hard to. You guys, I'm gonna go out there. And I'm going to do my best. And I think that it behooves you, which is a word I've never said before, to go out and do your best also as well. And then it was quiet because I'd stopped talking. And I was like, I'm going to pee. So I went to the urinal that was still in plain sight of half of the room, and I went to pee, but I couldn't because I was so humiliated, and it was so quiet in there that I could hear them hearing me not peeing. And they're like, oh my God, our captain is so scared he can't pee. We're screwed. So I finished up not peeing. And then I came back in and I sat down full of urine. And then an eternity passed. And then the coach came in and got us, and we went out timidly onto the ice. And as we were skating around, I like, even though I was 12, I couldn't get out of my head. I'm like, I'm so humiliated. Why am I so bad at words? And like, needless to say, we lost the game. Everything went back to normal. Like, we lost all the remaining games of our childhood. But I don't know. I think we turned out fine. Thank you.